talking Payoneer, net spin, Venmo, stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparations, 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 check reparations.
Well, if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody.
The risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you're from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing teacher rips in the Korean mom of 5-year-old for packing him disgusting, inappropriate school lunches. We'll be discussing that and more when we return from these brief messages on this episode of Those Model Citizens.
Savage Media.
Music TV.
This article is from good old-fashioned Fox News. Marnie McKee. Family outrage elicits more than 20,000 reactions on over 5,000 comments on social media. A mom sharing a personal upset involving this grammar and spelling that is being pushed out here. I mean, it's no wonder that Americans are not doing so well on the global scene. This is not about that, but that's why you take the individual opportunity to teach your own children. If you can put together some type of pod in your neighborhood or your community or with relatives or friends, other like-minded people, then that's what you should do, because they're not learning too much of nothing because the teacher's too busy worried about what's in the school lunches. And I'm not even saying she's wrong, because there are certain things that you don't want to bring to the office. Cabbage, fish, seafood, green bean casserole. You know, there's certain things your sauerkraut. We don't want to smell all your krauts. We don't want to smell all that. So there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to want to smell at the office. And what you're doing is already making this 5-year-old to be inconsiderate, that you don't have to think about others. So the mom, she's sharing a personal upset. A mom sharing a personal upset involved. Maybe I just don't know this new technological texting terminology. Once again, a mom sharing a personal upset involving her son's preschool teacher and the lunches the mom packs for her son has elicited a torrent of input on social media. The mom described herself on Reddit as 34 years old and the mother of a 5-year-old son who attends preschool. She wrote recently that a few hours after I picked him up from school, I got a phone call from his teacher. The mom, revealing her story on the subreddit known as AITA, Am I the A-hole, did not name her location, but said her son's teacher apparently made absolutely no effort to sound kind when she, in an extremely rude and annoying tone, told me to stop packing my son such disgusting and inappropriate lunches. Added the mom, I felt absolutely appalled when she said this, given that she and the teacher she said this, given Oh my gosh, dude, you just came out of nowhere with added the mom. Like that's a whole new, you have that as a whole new paragraph, like added the mom. I felt absolutely appalled when she said this, given that she and the teacher, she said, have up until now always maintained a very friendly relationship. Yeah, I guess it was so friendly she could come at you like the home girl and tell you that it was disgusting and inappropriate. You know, y'all been homies. You know what I'm saying? Exchanging allegedly prescription medicine, and different ways to be chopped at work and how to get away with it. It goes on to say, nevertheless, the teacher went on to tell the mother that the lunches I'm packing my son are very distracting from the other students and have an unpleasant odor. What I say before I even knew what it was about. I mean, that's just how it goes, especially when you're in like an office setting. You can't just go and heat up whatever meal that you want to that impedes on the whole organization, and especially if clients are coming into the said such building. So we're making all these adjustments so that one person can feel comfortable, because that one person may go crazy and get to shooting up everything allegedly, when that one person could get the flu flops. And let's keep it real. You setting your kid up. That's what you doing. He goes on to say she said she told the teacher that she understood her concerns, as the lunches I pack are definitely not the healthiest. Well, that ain't even what she was talking about. She could care less if your kid's lunch is healthy or not. Let's keep it real. Very few teachers. How do I know? Because you're out there flu flopping, suplexing, and body slamming black students on a regular basis. That don't sound like you care if they getting enough sleep at home, or if they eating proper meals. However, the mother said the lunches she packs for her child are according to my son's preferences. So here we go. Just gonna let the 5-year-old get to pick whatever they want and pack their own lunches. So we got a 5-year-old here packing lunches. She continues, I am not going to drastically change my son's lunches all of a sudden. The mom also wrote, the usual lunch that I send him to school with is small celery sticks with blue cheese and goat cheese, kimchi, and spam. We are Korean, and he absolutely adores this dish. What I say, cabbage. I said that. Any type of cabbage, that's stinky. And spicy Doritos marinated in sriracha. Oh my gosh, come on, dude. I know, but he deserves a snack, and I don't put that many chips in the baggie. Get already making excuses, P. Already trying to make privileges. This is crazy. It goes on to say the mother went on. I ended the call with the teacher by saying that I very much appreciate her worries, but that at the end of the day, I'm not going to drastically change my son's lunches all of a sudden, and that it's not my fault if other students are distracted by his meal. Here we go. No consideration. If I bring chitlins in, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The mom also said it is very important to me that my son enjoys, and I want him to like my lunches. So you trying to be a friend. So you'll put whatever in a spicy, they're already spicy Doritos, and then you marinate them in sriracha? That's not healthy. Oh well, son, who cares? But it's me, selfish, selfish. She then shared the teacher sent an email to me an hour ago saying that my response was unacceptable and that his lunches are just too inappropriate to be sent to school any longer. Continued the mom on Reddit. I haven't responded yet, and I don't want to. I want to maintain a healthy relationship with my son's teachers. I am confused as what to do. She then asked the community for input on her personal drama. Scores of the people on the subreddit, meanwhile, chimed in with their responses, and commenters did not hold back their outrage. Here we go. Report her to the principal. Her comments regarding your son's food are disgusting and have an unpleasant tone, aka cough, cough, a racist tone. Man, the teacher could have said the N word and nobody would have called the teacher racist. Oh, well, maybe that's just how she was brought up. Well, she didn't call her the N, they didn't call them the N word per se. Your body slamming black students and everything else. The little kid is bringing funky lunches and stinking up the whole place, and 5-year-olds are running around holding their nose, talking about, ew. So the class is uncontrollable. What are you talking about? Then that's their problem if they can't control themselves at 5-year-olds. Then that's just their problem. Then that's just something they need to work on as human beings. 5-year-olds. No, Korean mom. Maybe everything shouldn't be rearranged and changed just because you want to do it your way. How about that? Continues, the same individual added, she's too inappropriate to be teaching at the school any longer. Now, y'all don't never say that when they doing all this crazy stuff to black students. I don't never hear none of this sympathy. You know that if your Korean coworker came with cabbage, kimchi, and warmed it up in the microwave and had the whole place smelling like fish head stew, you would be talking crazy and reporting him to HR. Stop it. And what's so crazy is this probably a black lady chiming in. We always champion somebody else's cause, but when it come time for us, oh no, they $5 million. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need no handout. We need a hand up. It continues, wrote another commenter. My oldest preschool teacher hated that I sent tuna salad sandwiches to school with him once a week for lunch, as it was and still is his favorite sandwich. Do you see that? Once a week. I mentioned fish, but that's once a week. This is every day. And you were wrong too. He can't eat tuna fish sandwiches at home? You're stinking up the whole place, 5-year-old preschoolers talking about, ew, that's yucky, yeah, it stinks in here, it stinks. Boy, we definitely don't got no teachers in here. Boy, y'all be riding for the teacher when it's anti-black racism, boy. Teacher can't do no wrong, boy. They got a really hard job. We need to be supporting our teachers. She sent the tuna sandwiches once a week. It's his favorite. She never once brought it up to me, but always told him that she thought it was stinky and she personally didn't like it, but she was glad he did. Why would you even make any comments to a kid then if you're not going to bring it up to the parent? What is you talking about? Added this commenter, honestly, that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but I can't believe the original poster son's teacher would go so far. It's ridiculous. Let the principal know and let your son have what he enjoys. No, that's not true. Stop giving kids whatever they want. I'm talking to you, my black people. No, there should be some vegetables. There should be some fruits. That's okay. We don't gotta have the Takis and all that in the lunch. But I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't. What I'm saying is, if that's the healthiest thing you got in there, is because it's made out of corn, the Takis, and that's ridiculous. And then we pumping them full of hot stuff and sodium and sugar. It goes on to say, I would rather see kids eat a Lunchable than some leftovers from dinner that they won't eat. Wrote another person in a developing thread about teachers who throw away kids' lunches that they perceived as unhealthy or inappropriate. I'm a preschool teacher and I have never thrown away a child's lunch. Teachers in schools like this are overstepping with so many families struggling. I'm just happy my students are eating. That's a good point. She added, but if you're eating ho hos, ding dongs, Doritos, and what have you, you clearly can afford to eat some healthy, balanced meals. No excuses. Now, if you don't got it, you just don't got it. But it's all awfully suspicious and strange that you got ding dongs, ho hos, and what have yous. It continues. Another person said the mom was not working wrong for her feelings and actions. Then added, but let's not pretend that the blue cheese is not a major stinker and not exactly an unusual kid lunch item. Let's not forget about the funky kimchi with the fermentation. It's fermented cabbage. Come on, man. Y'all just act like you don't know what kimchi is, apparently. Said another commenter directly to the mom, and this commenter received more than 1,000 upvotes for the remark. Agree with the mom, and you should ask the principal if you need to escalate the issue to the school board or if she'll deal with the teacher herself. You deserve an answer. Added, the same person, teachers allowed to think the food is gross. That's her personal opinion. But in 2023, she had to keep her stupid opinions to herself. Huge bad apple racist vibes from this teacher. You mean like the police? Bad apple? Oh, so bad apples like the rest of the teachers that be exhibiting anti-black racism? Are we talking about like that? I've never seen so much come to the rescue. She said it disturbs the class. Is nobody picking out this? I'm not defending her. I'm simply saying let's not pretend like this kid won't have to deal with this in the adult world. Let's not pretend that. And you shouldn't bring that type of smelly stuff. You shouldn't force everybody else to have to endure what is your favorite just because it's your favorite. Period. Period, point blank. What do we learn here today, boys and girls? Folks love them some privilege. Boy, you get a little bit of a little pat on your head from mommy and zaddy, boy, and you done turned up. You want all the privilege. I'm going to send you there with funky fish head stew to school. And I don't care if I funk up the whole place. I don't care. You going to smell it. And you going to love it. I do what I want to. Do you know who my dad is, bro? Wong dong fong shong. But I ain't gonna hold you. Just gonna mold you, scold you, and fold you about being off cold. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do around this time. Little love, peace. This peace and that peace, because you need both. This peace and that peace. Blessings and aloha, y'all. For sure, I'm out to Doha. Love y'all. Love ya and love ya. Watch out for these folks, boy. Model citizens, boy. They out here, boy, stomping with the big dogs. You gon' smell all my Korean chitlins, ginsu, fish head stew if I say so, boy.